Hey everybody, what's up? We complicate everything in life so much, right? Sometimes all of us, we tend to complicate and make life so complicated sometimes. And then you come outside into nature and you realize how just simple everything should be. How simple and beautiful. How much we tend to just complicate life, and all that just seems to sweep away when you come out here. In that harmonic field, you're spinning that torus energy that's pumping out of you and spinning out of you. That light field expands. What's up, everybody? We have exciting new announcements too. I'm so excited. We stepped it up a new level, both here on my YouTube, on my website as well. And I have two different shows actually tonight. I usually go on Fridays on Leak Project. I have my own show on Leak Project on leakproject.com, which he reposts several days later on YouTube. I usually do about 2 shows a month at least on Leak Project on Friday nights from 9 to 11 called Pulsar TV. But Rex had to reschedule tonight because he's on the road. He actually has an event to do this weekend to host. So he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to have a good connection tonight being on the road. So I'm actually going to be doing a broadcast tonight on my Patreon, my Quasar Network remote viewing. So I've done a whole new commitment over the last couple weeks on my Patreon, where I'm focusing on that a lot more. My YouTube's going to be for a lot of shorter videos, and once in a while I'm going to put longer videos up on YouTube as well. But most of my longer videos, my remote viewings, all going to be on Patreon. Also on Patreon is where people get a first look and at a discounted rate all my copper products and my crystal products. And I'm going to be I'm teaching people how to work with crystal and copper on my Patreon, and various other things that you get free gifts, a lot of different things on my Patreon. So that place is going to be exploding. I also have a couple other exciting announcements with some possible collaborations I'm going to be doing in the future that I really can't talk about yet, but it's related to creating my own comics and music and products and all sorts of things coming up. So it's going to be a real exciting new time. And tonight we'll be doing a remote viewing at 9 p.m. Eastern at patreon.com/mystical spiral. And the topic is one of the best topics of all. We will be remote viewing and talking about my recent results of my remote viewing of the Great Pyramid. Yes, the almighty Great Pyramid of ancient Egypt. And a remote viewing like you've never heard before. The Quasar Network is where it's at. This is at patreon.com/the mystical spiral. And anybody that is a patron on my Patreon has access to all my articles that I write, exclusive articles there, all sorts of stuff there. But people that are $8 and up on my Patreon, $8 and up in a month, get free gifts, get free access, discounted rate access to my crystals and all sorts of, literally for less than a friggin', for less than a sandwich a month, you get access to life-changing info. And the more people that join on my Patreon, the more time we could put into it, and the bigger the platform could be. Tonight, hopefully, my one of my partners that I work with in remote viewing, certain locations, and also with doing a comic book and certain things, is a buddy I have. His name is Lin, and he lives in Taiwan. And hopefully he's going to be joining me tonight on my Patreon. I think he's going to join tonight. So that is where it's at. So I won't be on Leak Project tonight because Rex has a prior. We had to do something else tonight. So I will be on my Patreon, and depending on the turnout on my Patreon, like we might go a long time, but there might only be a couple of people in there. It might go short. Sometimes with just one or two people in there, sometimes we end up going for hours. And sometimes when there's more people, it ends up being shorter. I don't know, it's just things work out like that sometimes. But sometimes when I only had one or two people in there, Patreon in one of my sessions was the coolest chat for hours. Right. But it's the universe brings people in certain places to hear certain things at the right time. Thank you, Alicia Rose. I didn't, I'm 40, I'm in my mid 40s. I'm 44 years old, but I didn't really have a computer until like 2012, right? I was more of an artist and musician and stayed away from a lot of that stuff. I was more underground. But after my mom died in 2011, I felt like I needed to get a lot of things heard out there. And I felt like my mom would want me to have my creations and things that I create with my hands and with my music and art that I make to go out over the world, so my energy can be spread out there and help people unlock some of those doors that have been kept hidden. Because my friends, I have some of those keys. I have some of the keys that can help you unlock some of those doors. I may not be rich when it comes to money, but I have some rich knowledge for some of you people out there. And not many people can say that and really mean it and be a real person. But God damn it, ask anybody that really, really knows me out there. I'm one of the realest people you're ever going to meet in your life. And that's the reason why I had to come out here and talk to you all, and why I came out in the public in 2012, because I didn't want to ever get a computer. But I needed to come out and start doing radio and start getting it, because there needed to be some real people out there. Because there's a lot of people talking about this and that and it's funny that some of them never mention some of the stuff that I'm talking about. And I'm thinking, how can it be? Because I've seen reality. I've seen a glimpse of some of what's supposedly unseen and doesn't exist. I've seen some of that out there. And sometimes people are not ready to handle or be able to even catch a glimpse of it. That's why they're not shown. Because the knowledge, if they even caught a glimpse of it, the reality and truth of things, they would be worse off for it. They wouldn't even be able to live a normal life ever again, if a life at all. Not many people can. The last thing I would ever want to be is a guru or something like that. Don't ever think that. I don't ever think of myself as ever wanting to even try to have people say, like, follow me, I could show you the way. That's not what I mean at all. I mean, I can help plant some seeds that can germinate, that can help some spiritual growth, because I've had no other choice in life to spiritually go to war. I would have died a long time ago if I didn't just step up to the plate and spiritually battle myself, spiritually battle the forces around me. Because there's times in my life where at any moment I could have been dead. And there was a lot of darkness and rage inside of me when I was younger. There was a lot of stuff I had to deal with. And if anybody can talk about spiritual war and going through things and activating prematurely your kundalini, your spiritual fire, if anybody can talk about that, I can. So I have a real good deal actually on my website for you guys talking about it right now. I just put it up last night. Already a couple of people took advantage of it. From my work, I've been working with these products for a very long time now. My elite noble Shungite, especially the ones that I've charged at the megalithic red granite dolmen, the Elite Noble AAA Shungite. It's the highest grade Shungite I can get my hands on. It's the highest grade Shungite out there. The combination of that with my copper is the best for EMF protection. It has such a great energy when you wear it as a pendant. I'm custom making those right now. Very good price, $49.99. That includes shipping, necklace material, a free gift. All of that comes for $49.99. You get a copper. It looks, look it. This is sort of like what you get here. I'll show you. This is one of them. This is my personal one. This one I made a little so it could swivel right there. I have a few different styles that I make. I just put it up there for $49.99. You pick which style you want me to make, and I'll pick out the stone for you. And then you pick which. I have different styles, like the loop. You see how this one has like a more circular loop on the top? I have other ones that have more oval, more standard loop, and then I have these other ones that are more of a circular loop on top, and different ways to make them. So I will custom make them, or you know, I have a wide variety of stock at the Mystical Spiral, our shop. Me and my family shop is a really wide variety. My daughter helps put a lot of positive energy. She's 4.5 years old, and she helps me charge the crystals as well and helps me package the energy. So it's a cool experience. Everything that you get at my website, you always get a free gift with it, and it always comes with some positive energy. I also have these available at my website. This is really powerful. This is Ethiopian Opal with a hand-sewn hemp rope. I have these available also on my website. And what's great about these is that you could take this crystal out very easy. That's an adjustable bead, and you could put any crystal you have in there. So I also include other crystals that come with it that you could put in there. So this comes out very easy. So yeah, that opal is amazing. I love that opal, and it pops in the sun. You can't really see it because the shades, I'm in the shade right now, but this opal just has some rainbow popping around in the sun. Rainbow glows to it in the sunlight. Look at this. Really good energy. But yeah, the Shungite and copper combined is just powerful. And I got that, you can pick out which kind you want. And even which kind of stone you want. I got more stones that look like long pillar kinds, so it's like a staff. And others that are more like a raw stone that looks more like a rock. But Elite Noble Shungite with copper is just friggin' amazing. I got all sorts of rare stuff like natural citrine. I also have a little less expensive quote-unquote citrine, but it's not natural citrine. It's actually Brazilian amethyst. Purple. It's a Brazilian purple amethyst that they heat treated to make it look like yellow citrine, but it's the highest grade amethyst you can get out there. So it's still an amazing crystal, and they put work into it and enhanced it and made it even look like citrine. It's some of the nicest looking crystals you could find, but it's not natural citrine. It's heat treated amethyst actually, but I actually have natural citrine as well. But natural citrine is way more expensive. That's why if someone's selling you like these like citrine towers like this big on Etsy or one of those freaking sites, and they're saying like, oh, this is natural citrine, $14.99. No way. It's not natural citrine. So natural citrine is way more expensive. And I have both, so you'll see on my site when I post the heat-treated amethyst, I'll write it's heat-treated amethyst citrine. You know, and I have natural citrine as well. Natural citrine is amazing. Some of it even looks like a smoky quartz even. Oh, I sound like a snagglepuss. Smoky quartz even. Heavens to Murgatroyd. It's quartz. Smoky quartz even. Snagglepuss. Exit stage left. Yeah, wait, you guys are gonna love it because I got all sorts of stuff coming in. I have I've been posting it up slowly because I have a lot of stuff to. I got Amazonite, um, Opal, strawberry quartz, fluorite, pink amethyst, which is very rare, natural citrine. I got pink amethyst druzy slabs, pink amethyst freeforms, um, all sorts of colors of fluorite, preciolite, which is a green amethyst, which is very rare as well, very expensive preciolite. That looks like Superman's fortress type stuff. Um, uh, I got pretty much everything. I got ocean jasper, labradorite, moonstone, rainbow moonstone, which is a labradorite as well. Obsidian. I got flower agate, all sorts of stuff. I got pink cobalt. Um, a lot of stuff is in. So I do have one piece of moldavite, but I don't have any for sale right now. It's kind of hard to make money off of moldavite. It's really expensive. And but I do have shungite, which was made when a meteor hit in a certain area of Russia. And the shungite, I have all different grades of shungite. I actually have the highest grade shungite, elite noble shungite, which is actually what you see here. This is this pendant here is elite noble triple A noble shungite that you see here on me. I also have other grades of shungite, like I have shungite like tumbled stones that I hand drilled a hole in and made pendants out of as well. Then I have some that are just regular stones. I sell it by weight too. Um, you see, the thing about shungite is I would get it now, sooner rather than later, because it's really hard. Like right now, if you're buying shungite online from other people, you're buying people that have stock in the States. Because right now it's not shipping from Russia anymore. It's getting shipped from the Ukraine. It's hard to ship it from Russia. So it's getting way more expensive and way more higher in demand. And I have the highest grade you could get, the Elite Noble AAA Shungite. This is my own personal little... I love this bad boy. Thank you, Lucy. Yes. Yes, that divine feminine, that's where the name Sekhmet comes from. It actually comes from even where they get that Sekhmet name. It comes from the SKT root, which is the Vedic origins of Shakti. That Shakti power, that spiritual might even, right? You know, this is a big topic because there was past bloodlines, male, priest, warrior, shepherd king, royal bloodlines, from the royal Scythians to all over. These bloodlines, masculine bloodlines, took the feminine powers and feminine nectars and used them to become supernaturally enhanced so they can manipulate the world, and made the world explode in a lot of different ways, and materialism and greed, but it threw the divine masculine and feminine out of balance, and it really attacked the warrior in man as well. Really intense. And that's why you see a lot of the priesthoods after this sort of consumption of the monthly lunar soma nectar of the Anunnaki woman, the starfire, right? That monthly consuming of that, and also the monatomic gold and all of this it's threw things out of balance. And you will see after this, a lot of those priesthood clans, the priests started becoming more like women. They became eunuchs, many of them, started dressing like women. A lot of shaman as well, if they accumulate certain psychic energy, you'll see they're very transvestite, working at the edge of the fucking the town, and being like an outcast and being real like transsexual like, is because they get that spiritual fire, that kundalini energy accumulated, that psychic energy that they're accumulating from both sides. It gets confused with sexual energy in the body. And if somebody's not grounded and they're accumulating all this dark energy up in their body in different ways, it could affect their personality and their sexual identity as well. It's a scary thing in some ways. And you'll see it's when there was an abuse of psychic energy, kinetic energy, psionic energy, which they were abusing. They were having supernatural levels in their pituitary and pineal glands from enhanced levels of serotonin and melatonin. This would give them heightened levels of awareness, and they were able to spiritually manipulate the planet. There's spiritual warfare. And this was detrimental to the genetics of the masculine and threw out the balance between masculine and feminine and the duality of our existence. And you'll see a lot of the priesthood clans and warrior clans after this, they started becoming very flamboyant. Even the Mitanni, these chariot warriors, they were dressing with all these ponytails and weird colors. And, and then you have the priesthood clans that were eunuchs, like a lot of them where, even the Essenes, even in Cyprus, in Syria, many of them were eunuchs. I mean, if the Roman Emperor Elagabalus, if he would have got a little bit older, and if he wasn't killed at like 17 or 18 years old, he would have got his stuff chopped off too. He was looking to get, all those clans started becoming weird like that after the abuse of the feminine power. They used that feminine power to manipulate, and then the masculine got attacked. This is the Vedic wars, and it led down all the way into Persia, into Mesopotamia. This is how you get all those clans. The Assyrians, they're all linked. Look at the word Assyrian. It's almost the same thing as Osirian, like Osiris, Osirian, Assyrian. It's the same thing. And, it just comes from Asar as well. It comes from Asura. The word Asar, A-S-A-R, this is the Vedic warrior clans. This is where you get the word Osiris from. It derives from the Vedic Asar. And that's a fact. So like and subscribe right there, guys. In the super chat, you guys can support me. Once again, I'll be live tonight on my Patreon, patreon.com/The Mystical Spiral. Join now if you want to join the Quasar Network, my remote viewing platform. I know certain people have said that I've heard other people mention other remote viewing platforms, like the far, I forget what it's called, Farsight or something like that, or different things. I'm not familiar with other people out there or other things. I think, but I have my own way I do certain things, and I like to share my results exclusively on my Patreon. And not just put it out there for any Joe Schmo to see it on YouTube, right? So if you want to join, that's where it's at. And you also see some of the exclusive look at some of the most amazing healing products, copper and crystals, and some of the most amazing knowledge that can change your life. We got the keys inside us. Sometimes you just got to find the key. Sometimes you don't realize it was in your pocket all along. Maybe I can help you find that key. Spiral out.